What's up, people? Have you ever thought of inspiring somebody to have nationalism? I always wonder, how can one inspire nationalism? Let's look at somebody who did it in a brilliant way. Sri Aurbindo. He was one of India's prominent thinkers, and he inspired nationalism. He spoke about nationalism way before anybody else did. But the way he inspired his family members, the way he interacted with them to inspire nationalism is amazing. Let's look at one of his inspiring moments. Married at the age of 29, his wife was just 14, and he lived in Baroda, whereas she in Deoghar. But yet he wanted to inspire her with those nationalistic feelings. So what did he do? He, instead of gifting her things, gifted her thoughts. He wrote to her. He wrote to her about what he felt, what he thought, and shared his feelings about India, his own country, with her on regular basis. One such example is that he writes to her very frankly that he accepts being out of the ordinary, and usually people consider extraordinary people to be crazy until proven. But yet he expects her that she might understand his passions towards his country and towards his life. The first of which he says that my first madness is that I consider everything that I have as a God's gift, and that I should spend it in using it towards the society, in the betterment of the society, and wishes that may she join him in such endeavors. So he says that we must live a more simpler life and give up all the unnecessary pleasures of life, and requests her to join him on this path of progress. Secondly, he talks about realizing God, which is very significant to him. He says that as per Hinduism, they should find their way towards God through their body, and she should join him on this path. Of course, it should be with her own consent. Thirdly, he mentions about India, his motherland. He says that he does not see his country as an inert piece of land, and he should protect his motherland not with weapons but with knowledge. To me, what seems as the most significant thing is how he includes her in this quest. He says wife is husband's Shakti, and she should not think herself to be ordinary. He says he further encourages her actually by saying that if he finds her aspirations having his own image in them, it would double his strength. Now this kind of motivation, how can it not affect anybody when given so affectionately? She, as a result, gives up her pleasures, her unnecessary pleasures, lives a much more simpler life, and supports him in his nationalism and spiritual quest. I think we all can inspire. The way we do it makes a huge difference. While we are with friends, while we are at work, while we are with family, there are one or the other ways to inspire. Do you think we can do it? Maybe we can.
Created using Powtoon.